Hey everyone, welcome to the Dr. Grub Book Club. Today we are discussing The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth. Stein. Let me first start with the discussion notes that I received from you guys. This first note is from Janet. What I loved most about this book was how well it balanced heavy emotional moments with lighter, heartwarming ones. Enzo's sense of humor and his innocent but wise perspective made even the sadder parts of the story feel hopeful. I also appreciate how the book wasn't just about Denny, but explored the bond between him and Enzo. It felt like the connection any pet owner could relate to. Their friendship was the real heart of the story for me. That said, the one thing that didn't work for me was the ending. It wrapped up a little too neatly for my taste. After all the intense drama, I expected something a bit more unpredictable. But overall, the story really stuck with me, and I recommend it to anyone looking for a heartwarming, thoughtful read. Thanks, Janet. Now we have Loki's review. This book offers a gentle, heartwarming perspective on life from a dog's eyes view. Enzo the dog noticed the lives of Denny, Eve, and Zoe with honest, insightful observations. He sees the little things Denny misses. And while Enzo wishes he could share his canine wisdom with him, he instead shows unwavering loyalty, especially during the tough times. It's a thoughtful, sweet story that gives us a refreshing look at human life, through the perspective of someone we should probably pay more attention to. My only small complaint, Enzo's thoughts sometimes felt more like those of a typical mid-30s or 40s white man rather than a dog. Thank you, Janet and Loki, for sending through your discussion notes. So here's the thing. I liked this book, but I have to admit I didn't love all of it. Let's start with what I enjoyed the most, the fact that it was told from a dog's perspective. I love dogs, so I wasn't going to miss out on a book where the dog is the narrator. Seeing the world through a dog's perspective, I think, was very unique and added a lot of emotional depth to the story. But here's where it gets tricky for me. A big chunk of the book focuses on racing, and there's this whole metaphor about how racing is like life, and especially when things get tough, racing in the rain. And when I get the idea, I just didn't connect with those parts. The racing talk felt a bit too detailed for someone like me who is not interested in racing, and I found myself wanting to skip ahead. I wanted to know more about the people in the story. I feel like we didn't get to know them deeply enough to feel emotionally invested in what was happening to them. And I wish the book had gone more into the human side of things rather than circling back to the racing metaphors. That being said, Enzo's insight into our human behaviors, I think, was really spot on. There's something about his simple, straightforward way of saying it that was very refreshing. And for a book about loss, family, resilience, I think the dog's perspective made everything feel a little bit lighter, even when things got heavy. One more thing, I never saw the movie adaptation, so I don't really know how it compares. Maybe they developed the characters more on screen, but in the book, I just felt that there was a story to be told. Before I wrap this up, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below the video. What life lessons from Enzo resonated with you? Did you enjoy the racing analogy, or did you, like me, find them a little bit hard to connect with? Which character did you want to learn more about? And have you watched the movie version of the book? I'd love to see more reviews from you, so feel free to add them to the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the comments.